Hi, welcome to the Staking Geek channel. Today we're going to review Klaytn Defi and the ways you can invest in these protocols or projects during crypto, including airdrops, lending, governance, yield farming, and liquid staking. If you haven't seen my last video, I covered the Klaytn project, the blockchain, the metaverse blockchain, and the way you could stake your Klay token, including bridging. So go check that out. When I started my YouTube channel, probably 8 months ago or so, this was around 50 some odd billion. So we're down a little bit. We've got some room to make up. Let's go find the Klaytn Defi on DeFi Llama. And scroll down. I've done videos on most of these projects. So if you have time, go check some of those out. All right, so here's Klaytn, 98.2 million. Half of that is roughly in stables. It looks like their fees over the last 24 hours. It's just under $1,700, 24-hour volume around 8 million, and 7-day volume around 40, so not too bad. So today we're going to discuss KLAYswap. These guys are Klaytn Defi pioneers. They currently hold around 71% of this total value locked in this ecosystem. I looked at KlayStation. Unfortunately, their protocol or dApp isn't compatible with MetaMask, and I wasn't about to download another wallet. I have enough of those. We're going to discuss Kleva Farm for leverage yield farming, and we're going to discuss stake.ly. This is currently in beta for liquid staking. All right, so if you haven't seen my last video and you don't know where to buy the Klay token, but you have some, let's say, ETH on ETH mainnet in your MetaMask, you can come over here to bridge.orbitchain.io, and you can bridge some tokens over. So let's go from ETH, MetaMask, lots of wallet options, to Klaytn, and I'm going to choose the total amount. I'll probably have to do a little bit less so that I could cover gas fees. You want to copy this here, paste it down there, and then you can convert. All right, so the first one we're going to discuss is KLAYswap. So there's their web address, klayswap.com. They also have a token, KSP. There's their token price, their all-time token price high. Wow, go back to April of 21. They reached almost $80. And you could follow them on Twitter as well, at KLAYswap. So let's go back over here. Obviously, they have a swap function, so you can swap like any other DEX. In this deposit tab, we're going to discuss this deposit for beginners. This is a single pair staking. So if we click on here, if you want, you can go through this list. Right now, currently, this one has total liquidity of just under 71,000. This AZIT, I believe this is a blockchain, layer 1 blockchain for a realtor or real estate, and they're currently giving just under 40%. They have the TON and various other WeMix, which I might look at covering a video on that in the near future. And it looks like you can earn around 3% for staking the stable coin here. And it looks like you can earn as well, not very much, 2.21% for the KSP token, which is the native token for this DEX. So let's say I wanted to choose the AZIT. I swapped some ETH over to the Klaytn Cypress mainnet from Ethereum mainnet. You want to come over here and you want to pick ETH, and you'll want to click the AZIT. And there we go. Obviously, you can do a little bit more research to make sure this is a valid contract address and it's not a scam, but I've already looked into it and it looks legit. So you want to swap the ETH for the AZIT, and once that's done, it's in your wallet. Come over here and basically just hit deposit, and you can start earning. And this is single pair staking. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is this V2 pair deposit. So you're going to pair two assets. You only need to deposit one asset if you want to contribute. You'll receive a distribution of the KSP rewards instead of transaction fees. This model is based on Uniswap V2. So there's several options. If I want to sort by total APR, whoa, Jesus coin. Oh, that wasn't there yesterday. Total liquidity, $68. So obviously, you want to do a little bit more research. I'm not going to invest in that. Let's go liquidity size. So here we go. Let's say you have the Klay token. you have some on an exchange, you want to get over to the Klaytn Cypress network, you can do that. You can invest here. You don't need Tether, like I said. You only need one token. So you can come over here, and let's say I had Clay. You can deposit. You'll want to deposit that onto the exchange. I don't currently have any in my wallet. And it'll automatically convert it over to the OUSDT and then deposit, and then you'll be earning around 4.5% currently. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's go over here, V3 pair deposit. So this is a more efficient use of liquidity compared to the V2. You'll receive 40% of the fees generated in the pool. So if we click on one of these ones here, let's do a little bit more research. Let's go to total APR. Okay, we're done that. So let's look at, we'll look at this, Klaytn in the Tether. Wow. All right, so let's click on deposit. There's around 617,000 in total liquidity. So if you've seen some of my other videos on concentrated liquidity, you'll understand this. If you haven't, there's various videos on DeFi. So you could pick a spot range. This is a more narrow range. You're going to need to monitor it. It's not like set it, forget it, just go away and come back in 6 months. You could do this with the full range if you wanted, but you're not going to make as many rewards. This one here, it's riskier, right? You have a higher risk to go outside this range and get impermanent loss, which means you're going to lose a portion of your investment. But if you're someone that's on this every day, then this could be an option. You could go for a wider one, like I said, in the full range. This is low risk, this is medium, and this is higher. All right, so that is investing in the V3 expected APR. You're going to receive just under 2% in KSP rewards, and you're going to have rewards from transaction fees. So we click on spot. That's where you're going to receive quite a bit more, right? So look at that difference. But obviously, it's higher risk. All right, so that's the V3 deposit. It's more for advanced DeFi users. This one here is also advanced, the plus deposit. This is leverage yield farming. You're going to choose a liquidity provider, and the utilization ratio is 85% on here. If there's like a flash crash or some sort of higher price volatility, then your assets will be attempted to be returned to you if it hits that 85%. Most of the other protocols that I've covered, you're going to be liquidated. Here, they give you a portion of it back, less a 20% return fee. Okay, so this one's not bad. It's actually the first one I've seen that they do this. It could be some local regulations, but you're not going to lose your entire investment if there is an unexpected price volatility. But obviously, you want to keep an eye on this as well, and you'll need to continue to top it up if you're getting close to that 85% utilization rate. So, all right, so let's look at a few of these. This one looks like you're going to receive drops for it. Let's go down here. And let's filter total APR. Yeah, this as IT token and Tether, 121,000 in total liquidity. Look at this Klaytn and WeMix, and you want to do a little bit more research. Look, if you have XRP, you can port it over and with Ethereum, invest to earn, currently 10%. And obviously, there's lots of other liquidity pools. So let's take this. Let's say I had some leftover ETH, and I wanted to deposit into this particular pool. Total liquidity, 1.5 million. So you'll need both of these assets. So you're going to need to have OETH and OUSD. So let's say you had OETH and no OUSD. You're going to have to come over here and swap and just keep that 50-50. And you can also change the utilization rate. So let's say I don't have any OUSD. You come over here and do that, and it will automatically create the investment for you. And there's where you can add the leverage. So here we go. We could do 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3 times leverage. They call it plus settings. All right, so that is the plus deposits. So the next one is position deposit. So you can open a long or short position on a token and use leverage. So let's say I want to take a position in Klay. You can go up to 3 times leverage. You're going to need to have stable coins. So I believe there's the DAI, USDC, and USDT, if I'm not mistaken. And you can go long or short. By using these stable coins to open a position, you also receive additional rewards or deposit interest. So this one will also return your position when the utilization hits 90%. You'll receive a 20% return fee. To prevent these automatic returns, you'll need to set the leverage at 0, or you could just top up the stable coin to keep the utilization level above 90%. All right, so pretty neat stuff. Lots to this particular protocol, and that is the deposit section in the KLAYswap. Next, we're going to go over here to governance or KSP governance. So first, we're going to click on staking. If you want to get involved and contribute to the direction of this protocol, you can stake the KSP. You'll receive the VKSP depending on how long you stake. So for 4 months, you're going to receive 1 VKSP, and those VKSPs, you can go in and vote for particular pools and then continue to earn more, and we're going to get into that. For 8 months, you're going to get 2x VKSP. 12 months, you're going to get 4, and then 12 months plus A is 8 times. So I don't know why they have these two here. I looked at them. They don't look much different. Let's look at this total APR, 35%. So you're going to receive 18.36 staking reward rate, and you're going to receive drops token rewards around 16.2. So if you're interested in staking and you have the availability to invest this money for at least a year, I would lock those up. It looks like you're going to get the most benefits compared to some of these other durations. So once you've invested or staked your KSP, and you could be earning these KSP from deposits. So as you're earning KSP, you're investing in staking, and then you can come down here and vote. And look, you're going to be earning. So these are particular pools. You can use the VKSP to vote on pools to earn additional rewards. 50% of the transaction fees generated by the voted pool pairs will be distributed to the pool voters. So you're going to get 50% of the transaction fees generated by the voted pair pools. And after the snapshot period, you can withdraw the VKSP back and then start earning in other pools. Not too bad. And if we come over here to drops, there hasn't been a drop since March 15, 2023. But you can always keep an eye out for any new projects. As we inch our way closer to the next bull market cycle, I'm sure there'll be a lot more projects coming online. And if you want, you can come over here to dashboard and look at the different types of statistics they have. It looks like almost half of the KSP token is currently in circulation, and the ones in circulation, 71% of those are being staked. So you can do a little bit more research here. All right, so that's KLAYswap, folks. I know it was a little long. Normally I get through these fairly quickly, but these guys have done an excellent job at documenting and putting everything together. So, all right, so next we're going to discuss, we come back over here, we're going to discuss Kleva Farm for leverage yield farming. There's their website, kleva.io. If we come over here, they also have a token currently at just over 4 cents. It looks like they reached a high of around 35 cents back in late July of 2022. And they also have a Twitter page, which has just under 3,000 followers. This stuff is fairly new. Kleva _protocol. So let's go back here. Let's close that. So first, when you interact with this protocol, you're going to have to do a token approval in MetaMask on your first deposit. So you'll need Klay tokens on the Klaytn Cypress mainnet for gas fees. All right, so first we're going to discuss this lend stake. So it looks like you can deposit your token into a lending pool and receive, let's say, IB Klay. So once you deposit Klay, you're going to receive IB Klay or IB Kleva, and you want to invest a little bit of IB Kleva because then you're going to get boosted on this protocol, and I'm going to get into that in a second. So then you can stake your IB Klay or Kleva for interest and the Kleva reward token. So I hit deposit. I'm going to connect via MetaMask. And once you have those Klay into your wallet, you can get those, and then you will start earning rewards. And currently it looks like this one here is around 8%. So you're going to receive a little bit for lending it out, and you will receive some of it for staking. All right, so next we're going to go look at the farm. So going back to this boosted, so you'll see boosted. So if you stake 7,500 Kleva tokens, you'll receive the IB Kleva. You're going to this is roughly around $345 if I'm not mistaken right now. You'll be able to get boosted in this leverage yield farming section. So if we click on boosted, you can see the max leverage here not being boosted is 5x. You can go to 10x. Liquidation threshold, 90%. You can go up to 97. Liquidation fee, go from 5% to 0. And so it looks like it's worth it if you're interested in investing and doing leverage yield farming to get boosted. And what I like here is they automatically give you the lowest. You don't have to go through and look to see who's the lowest for the borrowing interest. All right, so let's click on Klay and OETH. It looks like we can go up to 2.5% leverage. We're going to start with 2. I'm going to click on farm. So let's say I have $1,000 worth of Klay. You would need to wrap it to wrapped Klay, the W Klay. You'd also need to borrow $1,000 worth of OETH. And let's go down here and take a look. So you want to borrow ETH. So currently it's 5.7%. So if you have just Klay, you're going to need to borrow ETH, and let's say the other way around if you had OETH, but it looks like it's more expensive to borrow Klay currently. So you'll need equal value of each asset to be available. So if we click on here, it'll show the current rewards. So it's taking these borrow interest into effect. So currently you're receiving 3.51% for yield farming, Kleva rewards just under 10%, and you're borrowing at 5.7. So your total APY currently is just over 7%. And this one also lays it out very nicely as well. And if you want, you can come over to this link. I'm going to leave this link in the description. It gives you all sorts of strategies, and you can go through here and take a look. I went through and just included one like I just mentioned there, but obviously they have lots of different options for your risk tolerance. All right, so that's Kleva for leverage yield farming. And like I said, if you want to wrap or unwrap your Klay, you can come over here and just click that, and you could easily do that. All right, so next we're going to discuss stake.ly. It looks like currently just under 10 million total value locked. If we come over here to stake.ly, like I said, they're in beta. You want to connect your wallet. Obviously, you'll need Klay tokens in there. So this KLY is not available, and I don't know when the launch date is. I reached out to them, but I haven't heard back. I don't believe there's any official launch date currently, but right now you can currently stake Klay. I tried to find out a way to use this ST Klay, and I wasn't able to. So I don't know if it's considered liquid staking currently, but right now I couldn't find a way to utilize this ST Klay while I'm staking my Klay token. But like I said, it's in beta. You want to come over here, take a look. There's only 62 followers currently. They joined in September 2022. So this one here, you might want to hold off a little bit, but I wanted to include at least 3 protocols in my video so you could see some of the different options in the Klaytn Cypress DeFi ecosystem. All right, so that's the Klaytn Cypress DeFi. If you have any experiences you want to share, please leave those in the comments. I'll continue to research more videos. I have a few others I'm going to release over the next couple weeks. If you can leave me a like or share the video, it'd be awesome. Until next time, be safe investing. Take care.